labourers hoping for from the budget. When the nationwide lockdown was first announced in March 2020, Arvind, who was living in Gurugram, started walking on foot all the way back to his native place, Jamui in Bihar. Even today, when he thinks about that incident, it sends shivers up and down his spine. How painful and devastating the 1200-kilometer journey must have had been for Arvind. He had initially thought that he would finally get some comfort when he would reach his village. But upon reaching his village, Arvind learned that even his father was sitting idle and had not got a job under the Manrega. Arvind was the sole breadwinner of his family. His family used to meet their household expenses with whatever money Arvind used to send back home. Before COVID, the average monthly income of workers in India used to be in the range of Rs 5,000 to Rs 15,000. Out of this, the labourers used to send Rs 5,000 to Rs 7,000 to their families back home in the villages. The total monthly income of all the workers taken together comprised 2% of the nation's GDP. But till date, this figure has not reached even the pre-pandemic level. Arvind literally broke down when he was unable to find a job after returning to his village. He recalls that he did get free ration, but he failed to arrange for some money from somewhere to meet his financial needs. When he returned to Gurugram, he got a new job at the same location where he was previously employed, but he has not been able to pay back the loan of Rs 10,000 which he had taken back then. However, he has been paying the interest of Rs 1,000 every month on the loan that he had taken. Arvind is one of those 46.5 crore workers, out of which more than 25% had lost their employment due to the lockdown. According to a report by CRISIL, out of India's total workforce of 46.5 crore, only 5 crore workers belong to the organized sector. The EPFO too adheres to these findings. So, what does the budget have in store for people like Arvind? Budget proposals are generally of two different categories. First, the government brings policies to give incentives to the poor. Second, the government provides financial help directly from the budget. This means the government either uses its treasury to extend financial support to the people or invest money from it. The second method is usually useful for people like Arvind. Where was the government when Arvind was unable to feed his family during the lockdown? When Arvind was asked about the different schemes that the government had rolled on to help labourers like him, he said he was unaware of such government schemes. The government rolled on the Prime Minister's Swanidhi Yojana for the street vendors who had become unemployed during the lockdown. The beneficiaries were eligible for a loan of Rs 10,000 each. The different schemes of the government in various sectors like Manrega, Ayushman, Affordable House, Employment, Insurance, etc. are universal in nature. Anybody can become beneficiary of such schemes. Some of these schemes are also targeted in nature. Some of these schemes are not for those workers who fall in the unorganized sector, just like Arvind. This enables them to get grants of the government so that they don't need to take loan in adverse situations. This is the reason why, when the lockdown was imposed, some of these schemes were not beneficial for all the labourers. So, what was there in the previous budget? Most of the workers have not yet completely recovered from the economic disruptions caused by the first lockdown. To help such people, the government in the previous budget had proposed One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. 80 crore people are covered under the National Food Security Act. Out of this, 86% of people are covered under the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. Workers like Arvind got some help under MGNREGA, but because of the high demand of work and low stock, majority of the other labourers did not benefit from it. After COVID, the Government of India launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana to combat the rising unemployment situation in the country. Under this scheme, the government has given employment to 39.59 lakh citizens through 1.16 lakh units until November 27, 2021. But even that number is too small in front of the rising unemployment situation in the country. The government realized that such schemes will not be beneficial for laborers like Arvind because the government does not have any data or records of such workers. According to the Ministry of Rural Development, 28.3% of the total workforce are migrant laborers. According to the survey of 2017, 90 lakh people have internally migrated between 2011 and 2016. All over the country, 10 crore such laborers are working in different states. Now, the government has database of laborers like Arvind. In the previous budget, the government had launched the e-Shram portal to create database of laborers from the unorganized sector. More than 21 crore workers are registered on this portal. The government aims to provide basic amenities to such laborers, but the laborers are only registered on the portal. So far, no government schemes have been extended to these workers. Otherwise, laborers like Arvind would have had a better life, just like the workers of different countries which were directly benefited from the different government schemes launched by their respective governments. Arvind's wish from the budget. Arvind has a very small wish from the upcoming budget. He wishes that he should get a benefit from the upcoming budget that would help him to pay off his debts. For this to happen, workers like Arvind should get a permanent job. Arvind wishes the government to launch such schemes for the laborers similar to the ones it has launched for the farmers. And if any such situation like lockdown arises again, then they should have access to loans that would at least enable them to sustain their livelihood. According to Gayatri Vasudevan, who is the co-founder of an association of laborers, LaborNet, a lot of improvement is required in the unorganized sector. From this point of view, the e-Shram portal can prove to be a game changer. She hopes that in the upcoming budget, the government gives some kind of financial help to all the laborers who are registered on the portal.